one candidate fighting for us in 2016. It's Bernie or bust, Bernie or bust, Bernie or bust. In 2016, it's Bernie or bust, Bernie or bust, Bernie or bust.
Hey, this is your boy Robert Brown with B.R.B. TV. That's right, I'm back again with another episode. And this episode, I'm going to really talk hard about this DNC National Convention. First of all, I will shout out everybody who's been watching, participating, leaving comments. I love you guys. Keep up the good work. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get people to subscribe. I'm new to this, but I'm just a brother just trying to get things off my chest. I see stuff and I want to deal with it. And that's what I'm about to do right now. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Now, we all know that she was Hillary's co-chair. We all know that she's Hillary's homegirl. We all know that's Hillary BFF. So, come on now. You don't think your BFF don't want to see you get to the top? You think your homegirl don't want to see you to the top? Of course you want to see you to the top. You know why? Because you're my homegirl. You're going to go with me. You're going to take me with you. So if you're going to the top, I know I'm going with you. I know the DNC chair is not enough. I might end up being vice president. I might have a cabinet position. Or I might have... We know what you're doing, girl. You're kissing up so you can go up. Yeah, that's right. You're kissing up so you can go up. Your lips are so glued to her behind that you will have to cut it off in order to separate you from it. So we know what's going on. Now, and we know what happened with this DNC rigging in Nevada, Las Vegas, Paris Hotel. We know the deal. This is a template that you guys probably been strategizing for a while to use as a tool to beef up security, to kind of keep the Bernie Sanders people out of the convention in the summertime. Because you know, you believe that this movement is going to be so strong, and it will, that it would influence some of these delegates. Bad enough, you kissing up to her, you favoring her in this thing from jump start. So stop with this lying. You know, and you really insult all our intelligence. Every time you come on TV, you say this over and over again, even when Steve Kornacki was getting at you about your opponent, Cornova. All you had to say is my focus is as chair of DNC is to do my job as the DNC chair. My focus is this. And here you go, gonna say this, lie. You've been hanging around Hillary too much. It's my job to be fair. I'm doing my job with fairness. I'm doing my job with fairness. Listen to this.
Well, first of all, let me just reiterate again that the Democratic National Committee is neutral when it comes to this primary. Well, first of all, let me just reiterate again that the Democratic National Committee is neutral when it comes to this primary. Well, first of all, let me just reiterate again that the Democratic National Committee is neutral when it comes to this primary.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
Now you know you lying. You haven't been fair in this. You're not going to be fair, and you're not ever going to be fair. That's why you need to step your butt down. Now people starting to see through you. People in the media starting to see through you. The world already saw through you. The people in my neighborhood already saw through you. Everybody see this through you. You're not being fair. You shouldn't have never took the position. The moment she started to run, you should have stepped your behind down because you're too close, too tied, and y'all are too much stuck together. I can sing love songs about you and her if I want to, but I'm not. So, no, you need to step down. It is you and your device and your tactic to try to get her the nomination that is splitting this party. This party has a huge rift, and you're not helping it. So you need to step down and let a real person who has no bias get involved with this and help build the DNC back to where it's supposed to be. Away from this corporate-centric, corporate Democrat type stuff, and make it a party for the people, by the people, and of the people. You have to do that. If you guys don't go back to being a party that's working for the people instead of corporate interests, this party is going to die. And right now it's already splitting in half. It's like somebody ripping us apart. And once you get separated, when your body parts separate, you start to hemorrhage and you start to die. And that is what's happening with the DNC thanks to you, Debbie Wasserman Show. So stop with the freaking talking points. Well, it's my job to be fair, and I've been fair through this whole process. Stop lying. You're lying. You've been hanging around Hillary too much. Stop lying. Pants on fire and everything else. So stop lying. And then for you to go and contradict Bernie Sanders when he stood up and said, hey, you know, look, let's don't do no violence. And you're going to act like this man don't really mean that he's trying to incite violence, and you're trying to use this as a tool to continue to separate Democrats, trying to say he issued a butt. Okay, what if he said the other way around and said, hey, my people haven't been treated fair, my people haven't been doing this, my people haven't been doing that, my people haven't been experiencing this, unfairness here, unfairness there, but I don't want you to do any violence. Would you accept it then? So stop. It doesn't matter whether the butt was before the apology or after the apology. The point is, he apologized. He said this is no place. Now, let's deal with this so-called violence. People, thanks to a YouTube friend of mine, I'm going to show you the clip, and you're going to really see what happened that day. And you tell me if people didn't have a right to be pissed off, ticked off, angry, frustrated, and to me, based on from where I'm from, these people acted pretty cool. Because if you would have did that in my neighborhood, baby, it would have been on. It would have been a real fight. It would have been table, ladders, and chairs type fight. So watch the video. And when you watch the video, look around. All you saw was one person holding up a chair, and that person grabbed that person's chair and sat it back down and just gave him a beautiful, loving hug. Oh, so sweet. And that's from the Sanders supporters. And guess what? Some Hillary supporters was a little frustrated about the process too. Not all of them were, but some of them were. It was not fair how they ran over the people in this process just to get what they want. The whole baby, is we're going to find a way to cause the Bernie Sanders people to seem like they're violent, they're angry, they're frustrated. Oh, and by the way, the chalk. Go look up the graffiti on the wall. It's a piece of chalk writing on the wall of the building that you can just take some water and wash it off. Graffiti. I'm in New York, baby. You know what graffiti is? You can't get that stuff off, man. So no, nobody's graffitiing anything. It's just some chalk on the wall. So let's go to this clip. You're going to see what really happened at the DNC that night. And you tell me you wouldn't be angry.
The purpose of this video is to give as complete of an explanation as possible for the 2016 Nevada State Democratic Party Convention that took place on Saturday, May 14, 2016. The convention lasted 16 hours at the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas, with around 3,400 convention goers in attendance. The final count taken between Clinton and Sanders included a difference of just over 30 persons. Here's a video credited to YouTube user Chachi1984.
Our final Credentials Committee report. 1,695 delegates for Hillary Clinton. 1,662 delegates for Sanders.
Then this happened.
Madam Chair, that is our final credentials report. Madam Chair, I have a minority report which I wish to give, and I've just been told that it can't be given. If you're interested in it, see me.
Over several minutes of the convention goers yelling, "Let her speak," she gets her chance when a speaker defers to her to read her report.
The Credentials Minority Report is based on the challenge of 64 Sanders delegates. Contrary to the procedures and precedents set by the committee, nearly none of these 64 people were presented with the opportunity to be heard by the committee or to demonstrate that they are registered Democrats.
So she claimed that the 64 persons who are Sanders supporters were not given the opportunity to be heard or to demonstrate they properly registered. According to the Las Vegas Sun, 64 Sanders supporters were said to be possibly, quote, wrongly denied delegate status, and that while 6 were eventually allowed, the rest weren't because, quote, their records could not be located or they were not registered Democrats by the May 1st deadline. Also, quote, 8 Clinton supporters were denied delegate or alternate status for similar reasons, according to the state party. So what's the difference with this convention and the caucuses? The Las Vegas Sun writes that, quote, out of the 35 pledged delegates, Nevada, and if it's Nevada, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, out of the 35 pledged delegates that the state will send to the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia this summer, 20 will support Clinton and 15 will support Sanders. Based on the results of the Nevada caucuses, Clinton had been apportioned 13 district-level delegates, while Sanders had won 10. The official rules state that, quote, all votes taken at the state convention shall be by voice vote unless otherwise noted. According to Heavy.com, earlier in the morning the convention adopted temporary rules. Many believe there's controversy since it sounds like the nays from Sanders supporters are louder than the ayes from Clinton supporters. I do believe the nays are louder, but only by a very small amount. Keep in mind that if I look at this realistically, I know that the microphone on the camera is on the Sanders side, so that gives a slight advantage to volume. But I do believe the nays won. Also, watch her reaction when she asks for all those opposed, as if she realizes the nays actually have it. Credit to Facebook user Bree Setzer.
It has been moved and seconded that the temporary convention rules be passed by the body. All those in favor say aye.
That's Roberta Lang, chairwoman of the Nevada State Democratic Party and member of the National DNC Executive Committee. After the rules state that the votes will be done by voice, the rules also say this, quote, if the convention chair is unable to determine the outcome of a voice vote, a vote of standing division shall be taken. No vote of standing division was taken. And there's also this from YouTube user Freery Default.
There was a lot of issue yesterday, and they also did cross-program the convention on the graduation day from UNLV and a lot of other colleges, so that the millennials aren't here. If you notice, there's not a lot of young people here. Why? Because they're all graduating.
While this is true of both UNLV and the College of Southern Nevada, or Nevada, whatever you prefer, it's unconfirmed as to whether she's right about intention or if it's just coincidence. For the end of the long day, keep in mind that PLEO, or PLEO, stands for Party Leader and Elected Official. For this part, I'm going to sync the audio from Jason Yane's Periscope broadcast and the better video from Adrian Ashley's Facebook broadcast. Keep in mind that the audio does contain some language that may not be suitable for children.
I'll take a motion to accept the PLEOs and at-large delegates as submitted by the campaigns. Do I have a motion? I have a motion. Is there a
What a
second?
bitch.
All those in favor say aye.
No. She fucking passed it before we even said nay. She passed it before we even spoke.
She did not allow a vote.
Nay.
This convention is concluded.
And here's an alternate Twitter video from J.H. Fearless, again with audio that does contain some language. Convention goers claim that Lang passed the motion before the nays had a chance to be heard. There's so much chaos that when she asks again for ayes and nays, it doesn't sound as if there's like anything happening but noise. Again, no vote of standing division was taken, and she uses the gavel with a bit of attitude, walking off the stage for the final time. While in retrospect, the yelling might appear a bit comedic to people who don't like Sanders or who might be Republicans, I believe we need to realize that this sort of process is absolutely important. We're talking about votes and delegates that eventually aid in electing people we hope can improve our country and even our lives. It appears that there is merit to the issues people have who are unsatisfied with the proceedings that happened that day. The Daily Caller is a politically conservative online news organization, and these are the top comments the next morning, Sunday morning, with concern for the democratic process of our country. Sure, many of them may just dislike Clinton, and perhaps that's why they're chiming in. But Jennifer here is right, that it does matter. Share this video with friends and family. Let people see what happened, and also be sure to do your own research. Below in the description on the YouTube watch page for this video are links to the convention rules and various articles and other pages. And check out previous installments in this series. Thanks for watching.
All right, I'm back. Now look, you can't tell me after going through that whole process, a convention is no joke. Sometimes conventions take 2-3 days. And you have to go through certain things all those 3 days. And yeah, it may be in Las Vegas, but these people live in that area, so it's not fun in the sun. They came in there to represent and participate in the democratic process. And to get railroaded by Baba Boxer. Baba Boxer, I don't even want to get on her. I do, but I don't. For her to get on that stage and taunt and say, I got a message from Bernie Sanders. I got a message from Bernie Sanders. And of course, we know what she is. She's in the Hillary pocket. She's always putting Bernie Sanders down. But she's going to talk about, oh, we friends. When Bernie Sanders know and everybody know that they're not friends. They're comrades, but they're not friends. There's two different things. Comrade is somebody you work with. A friend is somebody you're really close. They're not friends. So no, we're friends. And then she got the nerves to get up there and say, okay, you boo me, you boo Bernie Sanders. I must call you something. Let me just use the word stick. All right? Stick, you are not Bernie Sanders. They wasn't booing you, Bernie Sanders. They were booing you. They was booing you because you're corrupt, you take big money interest, you're part of the established, and you're a kiss up too. And you're clearly in the favor of Hillary. How do you know? Because we got your own video. Here's the video.
Without further ado, I present to you Senator Barbara Boxer.
I bring a message from Bernie Sanders, and I bring a message from Hillary Clinton. We need civility in the Democratic Party. Civility. Because the whole future of the country is at stake. Now when you boo me, you're booing Bernie Sanders. Go ahead. You're booing Bernie Sanders. Bernie is my friend. You want to boo Bernie? Boo me. Go on. Go on. You're booing Bernie. You're booing Bernie. Let's hear it for Hillary Clinton. All right. We have the vote. We have the voice. We have victory. Yay.
That is Senator Barbara Boxer from California.
You know something? I grew up in Brooklyn. I am not afraid of bullies. I'm for Hillary Clinton, but she's for all of us. So keep on booing and boo yourselves out of this election. Go ahead. of casino workers, and Hillary Clinton won.
I can say that as a Latino myself.
And Hillary Clinton is going to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, and she's going to win.
Yeah,
and all the booing in the world does not change the fact.
Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. Is that being fair? Oh, but you came with the message from Bernie, and if you boo me, you boo Bernie. No, you came there to incite, and for you to walk around and blow kisses, inciting even more, it's just like arrogance in your face, kiss my behind, go somewhere, you can do this, you can do that. Kiss my behind, and then you go, I saw one picture, you're flipping somebody off. Now, I don't know if that was fake or real. I hope it's not. But you clearly was blowing kisses to the Bernie supporters. Like in your face, instigating, incite. You lucky somebody from the hood didn't come across there and knock your behind out. But because it's a Democratic and you're elected official, nobody's going to jump up and knock you out. But that stuff you did that, if you did that on the streets, your butt will get knocked out. So this whole time, the DNC, elite, Claire McCaskill, Barbara Boxer, you plan this to railroad the people because you know those supporters were greater than your supporters. You railroad the delegates, the 60-something delegates that you didn't even allow to come in and state their case to prove that they were registered. Didn't give them a shot, didn't give them an opportunity to do it. You just say, forget you. Gave them the middle finger and turned your back on them and said, forget them, and never got a stake in this. And that's how you end up winning an extra 2 delegates. This thing overturned Bernie way, and you were finding a way to overturn it, and you successfully do it with corruption. It was corrupt, and you're wrong for that. So for you, Claire McCaskill, oh, I'm afraid for my life. Oh, they threatened me. First of all, if somebody called you and threatened you, how come you didn't call the police? Why you didn't trace it? And where's that person that's not on the news? Plastered all over the news. Why is he not in jail if he's threatening your life? Where is it? Where's the footage of somebody? First of all, where's the footage of fighting? Show it to me. Where's the footage of there was a floor fight? Where is the footage of floor fight? No, people was upset. They was angry. They're voicing their opinions. They were very vocal, and they have a right. This is America. We can express ourselves vocally. Where's the fights? There's no fights because there were no fights. And if there were fights, I'm quite sure you would call the police and have them arrested. No arrests. Nobody went to jail. No fights. So stop lying. You're lying. You've been hanging around Hillary too much. Stop lying, Claire McCaskill. Oh, I fear my life. Let me tell you something, people. Because of government and trying to get somebody in office, I don't take nothing for granted. I wouldn't doubt if they didn't hire somebody to call and decided that we're just going to play this on tape. Because if it was somebody who's really threatening them and they got the tape, what's up? Why we can't? Oh, we the federal government. NSA, let's track this brother. Let's find out where he at and let's get him and bring him before the TV and bring him to justice. No, you can't because it's fabricated. It's a fabrication to keep the Bernie people from coming to the convention because we're contesting this. We're contesting this strong inside the building and strong outside the building. So you're trying to paint us to look like renegades, roughnecks, thugs, when you're the real thug. So what you did that day was a thug move. You railroaded the people for your own political interest and to get your little golden girl, your princess, in office. We know what you're doing. That's another tool that you're using to railroad the Bernie people. And then you go on TV. Oh, they're violent. They're threatening. They threaten my life. I'm scared, y'all. You're not scared. Stop. It's fabricated. And Barbara Boxer, oh, they threatened my life. You lucky. I'm surprised if you didn't get your life threatened, if you go around blowing kisses, being arrogant. Where I'm from, you do something like that. You instigate and be sarcastic like that. People are ready to jump over the rope and whoop your behind. But because you're a politician and because you're in Nevada, that's not going to happen. Woo, don't do that here in New York City. Woo, don't do that here in the Bronx. You don't instigate people. I don't care who you are. You don't rub stuff in their face. But this is a peaceful movement. And Bernie said, look, we're not about that life. We're not about that thugging out and want to fight. Yes, people have the right to be frustrated and voice their frustration. They have a right to protest. They have a right to speak out. And if it's wrong, they don't have to be silent and just shut up and do whatever you tell them to do. It doesn't work like that in America, Barbara Boxer, Claire McCaskill. And for you to go around, oh, you booing me, you booing Bernie. Oh, you booing me, you booing Bernie. No, they're booing you because you're corrupt as they come. Kissing up to them. And you don't think people not be mad at you? I'm surprised. I mean, you do something like that. I'm surprised somebody out there. Me, I wouldn't do it. But I'm surprised somebody didn't threaten you. Because you don't do that. But there's no proof of nobody threatening your life. There's no real proof of somebody threatening Claire McCaskill life. Yes, there's an audio tape. But who say that wasn't fabricated? And lastly, if we don't stand up against this stuff, the Democratic Party will believe they can do anything they want and not be challenged. We have to challenge the party elite. We have to challenge them when things like this take place. This is rigging the election, rigging the process. It's to spin the face of our fight for justice. It's to spin our face for fight for the right to vote, the fight for the right of due process, participating in the political process. It's a fight. And if we don't do nothing about it, Bernie Sanders all the way on down. If you don't step up and say more things about this and do something about this and look into it yourself, then you're participating with them. No, a man who doesn't speak out is a man who literally hide behind the shadows. You can't be that. We're not going to be that. So, wherever there's justice, I mean, if you're going to see injustice, you know, Martin Luther King said it best. Justice in one place is justice everywhere. You got to root it out. I see. And shame on you, Claire McCaskill, and shame on you, Barbara Boxer. This plot to keep Bernie people from coming out to the convention is a sham. That's all it is. The real story is how you stole the delegated process at the convention. It's not about Bernie. It's about your evil, ignorant, villain-style status in the DNC to rig this election for Hillary Clinton. Feel the burn.
There's only one candidate fighting for us in 2016. It's Bernie or bust. Bernie or bust. Bernie or bust. In 2016. It's Bernie or bust. Bernie or bust. Bernie or bust. In 2016. It's Bernie or bust. Political assassin smashing. What time for some action?